from my chain, I lift this 32 as 10, but when I show the world
Growth and Development Picnic. First, I'm gonna give a little history on growth and development, where it started from. Growth and development actually started from Gangsta Disciple. Gangsta Disciple started from a poor boy from Mississippi. His name was Larry Hoover. That was my father. And as a poor kid growing up in the city, he was just trying to survive, and he took to hustling. First legal hustles, of course, carrying groceries home with a little buggy. And he was always an entrepreneur. When he was moving groceries around with buggies, he said he could get more money if he had more people with him, so he recruited his brother. That was one of the first hustles. But as being poor and trying to help take care of his family, he was looking at the people around him, the surroundings in the community. The surroundings in the communities of the people that were doing good was the pimps, the gamblers, the prostitutes, and drug dealers. So, just like in every situation as it is in our situation now, as being a little badass kid, as he calls it, he took to the streets and got involved into street things. Somewhere down the line, they started a gang. And the gangs weren't first there just for illegal activities. The gangs were there to protect their communities. At that time, the white guys was the gangs. They would come into the community and assault the black people in the community. They would assault, the police would come in and assault the people in the community. So the gangs were made to protect the community. But while you're protecting your community and you're trying to have things, you turn to other means of surviving. But at this point, it wasn't Gangsta Disciples yet. They were just gangsters. There was also other gangs in the community. And the Vice Lords was the first biggest gangs in Chicago. Then you had the Stones. And then you had the Black Gangsters. So, in the beginning, the Stones tried to recruit I left out the gangsters. He had his own crew. They was gangsters. But the Vice Lords, the Black Peace Stones, and the Black Disciples was the biggest gangs in the city. He always looked up to the Black Peace Stones. He said one day he wanted to have a gang of that size because he wanted to be the one in power and make things happen in his community. At one point in time, the Black Peace Stones tried to recruit him, but they wanted to make him just a low man on the totem pole, an ambassador. And he didn't agree for that. So as life went on, Eddie Barksdale was the leader of the Disciples. He came in with the idea that if the gangsters and the disciples came together for one, but he came with the idea of bringing them together as both kings, which he agreed upon, which shared the power equally. But he came with the idea that if the gangsters and the Black Disciples came together, that would take away some of the bloodshed and things that was going on in the community. So when they came together, they merged and they formed the Black Gangsta Disciples, which later became just Gangsta Disciples. But as Black Gangsta Disciples, even at that time, they did all the marching in the community. It was a chain of supermarkets that was selling bad meat in the community. They marched to shut down the supermarkets. It was Martin Luther King. They marched with Martin Luther King. It was the Lords, Stones, and Disciples that marched with Martin Luther King. They were the ones that wasn't scared. It was 80% of them. It was the guys from the community that was marching to march against the injustices that was going on. They also had like a soup kitchen. The Disciples had a lunch place, and the gangsters had a breakfast place. So the kids in the community come eat breakfast on 63rd one day, in the morning, and on 64th, at lunchtime, they can go down on 61st Street. Now that was what was going on, because, like I said, they was trying to protect the community. Even though there was drugs and stuff there, they wasn't readily available or easily available. Somewhere down the line, when the pastors and different community leaders and what have you, people that was in power became interested in them, drugs became easily available in the community. And when drugs became easily available in the community, that's when all the love and loyalty fell apart that was made by unifying and becoming a big organization. And as I made it to a teenager, he was looking at the fact that a lot of the kids that was coming to jail were my age. And he was saying that something needed to change. Like they needed to do something different. So him and other guys started coming up with the idea of growth and development and making a change to help the community and be a part of the community and stop tearing down the community. He came up with growth and development because the people were back down again and going to jail. So growth and development was a new concept that was not a new name for Gangster Disciple. I guess it is a change from the old concept to the new concept, but growth and development is not Gangster Disciple. Growth and development is the new, Gangster Disciple is the old. Under Gangster Disciples, it's criminal activities. You're you're fighting over turf, gang bang, you're trying to sell drugs, and we know for a fact that this has been done before, and what we see from all that is jail